Ladies and gentlemen, when we are not doing the main story on Darmus with our massively awesome party and super cool players, we're going to be doing this side quest here that Ian is going to be running. Ian will give us some more information, some backstory on what's going on, but the whole point of this is it's designed so that way when we don't have everybody, some of us can still continue to play. People can come and they can go, drop in, drop out as needed. When we have everybody, obviously, we're going to be doing the main story, but when everybody can't be there, this is our alternative. So I hope you guys love and enjoy this new story with new characters, a new campaign, new adventures, and new wonder. Ian, take it away.
All right, boys, are we ready to get started?
Yes.
Bring it on.
Okay. So what I want to have you guys do is run a brief character description and a bit of a background for me, so that way I know and our listeners also know. Mason, would you go ahead and start us off?
No.
Fair enough.
A Proby is a Sahuagin. For the inbreds that do not know what that is, it is he's a shark man. The Sully, born to the waves, taken to the land. A little bit behind in evolution, but here we are.
Holy
He is
shit.
an Echo Knight. Also, if you don't know who that is, also behind in evolution, he likes to stab twice.
E2
Yeah, that's about
Brute.
it. He's
So
he's
kinda-
a hammerhead shark with legs.
Yes, for those of you that are still not in the know, watch Suicide Squad, the second one, and you're going to watch for Namway.
Yeah, there you go. Just a hammerhead
Bitch.
shark.
Absolutely not. That's a great white. You're kind of racist against sharks over here.
Oh my god,
All
I'm
sharks look
editing
the
that
same
out.
to you.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Edit all that out.
Shark lives matter.
All right, Tim, would you do your character, please?
Yeah, so my guy's name is Krem Wind Talker, and he is a Minotaur from the mainland of Avaris, made his way to these four islands that interconnect down on the southern portion of Darmus. His fur is black, his horns are brown. He's a ranger. He has this unnatural obsession with getting a boulet as a mount, and I'll put that down right there where people can see. Ian won't give it to me, but I'm gonna get one.
That's probably never going to happen.
Yeah, so he can be called Creme Brulee. There you go.
All right, G.
All right. My character's name is Evito Domrauch of House Gelok.
I'll get you a tissue.
Yep. I'm going to hawk that
Gesundheit.
flint when you say that name. All right. He is a half
Evito
dragon.
something of clan. I've got too much cock in my mouth to say words correctly.
Yeah, gargle that. Why don't you?
So much editing.
It'll be all right.
So much editing.
All right. My guy is he's a half dragon, half elf. All right. He is a wizard. Profession is a pirate. All right. Unfortunately, the ship that he was on was sunk, and he was the only survivor. So he's got a bit of a bad streak. He's holding on. He's holding on to that grudge. His life goal is to find the ship that has been prowling the seas and sinking other ships mercilessly, and to destroy it.
Was it a Minotaur battle barge that was sinking ships, or was it not Minotaur?
Think of it as something similar to a Minotaur battle barge, only this thing has been prowling the seas for a long time.
Ooh,
And
okay.
it is notorious for, if it comes upon a ship, doesn't matter what ship, what flag. It usually destroys the ship, takes what it wants, and leaves with little to no survivors.
Interesting.
It has become a scourge on the seas, and unfortunately, my guy and his crew were victims of them.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm a wizard who is like I said, half elf, half dragon. I'm a half chromatic, or sorry, half gem dragon.
Krem's got a lot of questions.
Yeah, well, Krim can ask all the questions he wants. Not going to guarantee you're going to get any answers.
So now that everybody has a general idea of what everybody else looks like, you all do not know each other. You're nowhere near each other. You're just in this very beautiful city of Rain.
Okay.
And then that Rain is spelled Reine, not as in the precipitation. The city of Rain is located on the beautiful island of uh, Calarin, and that is the top left-hand island once the map is shown for everybody who
I'll
wants to
put
watch.
I'll put that down below too.
We'll start our story with everybody suddenly received a letter, and the letter states your name, and it's got the mark of the Coldlight Guild on the top right hand of the parchment. And to everybody else, that's all they can see. But to you, it reads out a message. And the message states your name, and it says, we welcome you to join our vetting processes and probationary training of the Cold Light Guild. And it states where the guild is and how to get there and the whole 9 yards. And so you've all made your way to the city of Rain. It's a large, beautiful stone city. Not white marble, but kind of like white granite almost. Um, Maybe sands, kind of like a sandstone kind of thing. And Mason, your character, I guess, would be swimming up on the docks.
Probably.
And our Minotaur, he would probably be walking inside from the forests. And oh Lord, you over there, the wizard, the pirate wizard.
Oh, I'd be coming off of a ship that would be glad to be rid of me.
Okay, so we'll start there. So as you exit, Avito, as you exit your ship, you notice in the water, walking up on the sand, is a shark person.
Not the strangest thing I've seen. I'm going to keep walking.
Well, you notice in his hand he's carrying something similar to you. He seems to be carrying a piece of parchment with the same symbol in the top right-hand corner of it.
I'll glance at the breast pocket of my outfit and where I've stored my letter. But other than that, I'll just kind of keep an eye on him at the moment.
Mason, you see a ship that has come up behind you and is docked and is now unloading uh, empty barrels and old supplies, and people are getting off, and there seems to be this really strange looking kind of fellow just standing there eyeballing you.
If you want to know what my character looks like, he has the characteristics of a dragonborn. All right, fine.
Be nice.
No, he doesn't care.
Oh,
Moving on.
Krem, when you walk into the city, you are taken aback a little bit.
Okay.
Because in this city, there are not what you would think to be running around the city. This city seems to be flowing with monsters, of creatures, of all shapes and sizes. I mean, there's goblins running around, there's hobgoblins, there's dragonborn, there's minotaurs, lexodons, the whole 9 yards. Everything seems to be here except humans.
Well, let me ask you this: how long have I been on the island?
Well, I don't know. The did you grow? Did you do you want to grow up on this island, or did you want to grow up on another island?
No, basically, I want him to have come from Edifice, the country, or the main continent. So when he was younger, we'll say he made his way here. So I guess he's been here less than 10 years.
Okay, so this would be, I would say, your first time in Rain.
Okay.
So you grew up on a different part of the island where it was more Minotaur based.
Okay.
Here, there seems to be a lot more diversity where humans didn't really end up. This seems to be a safe haven for the other races to commingle and thrive. And it seems to be working.
Okay.
There's no there's no fighting, there's no you know warring or anything else like that in this part of the city or anything like that. It's all clean,
Hmm.
and I mean it's a spectacle to behold. I mean it's just beautiful,
Okay.
and it's taking you back almost, because in the Minotaur, when you sailed in your ship, there was humans on board, so you know how to interact with humans, and you kind of just in Avarice there was primarily a lot of humans.
Yeah.
Here there doesn't seem to be.
Okay. Well, I think what I would do first is look at that parchment that I have and see if it gives me any indication on where I need to go aside from the city itself.
It does have an address. Uh, the 42nd lane of Rain, and there
Okay.
it's sectioned by blocks and stuff like that. So horizontal or odds, and vertical lanes or evens kind of thing.
Okay.
So you just need to make your way to the 42nd lane.
Well, I will start doing that as I'm walking into the city proper. I will look for some kind of food stand and grab whatever meat or fruits or vegetables that they're offering at that time.
Okay, that's simple enough. I mean, there's a seafood kind of stand. You are next to a bay, so there's going to tend to be more seafood.
Hmm.
You do have a butcher literally right across, and they seem to be eyeing each other, not in a menacing way, but just kind of like a friendly, I sell the land, you sell the sea kind of thing,
Right.
and they're just kind of like looking at each other and trying to see who can sell the highest and whatnot.
I will go to the butcher.
Okay, so as you walk up to the butcher, you notice that he is a hippo. He's a humanoid hippo,
Oh, wow. Okay.
and he says, "Welcome, traveler. What can I help you with?"
Uh, Coming from the forest, I'm tired of nuts and berries. I want something tangible to eat.
Well, you've come to the right stall, the best stall, as he seems to yell a little louder to catch somebody else's attention.
I'll glance behind me to the seafood guy.
Surprisingly enough, he's another shark, a humanoid shark guy that is just kind of arms crossed and eyeballing and scowling at you for not choosing him.
Okay, I'll just give a crooked smile and turn back. Something that's cooked, please.
Absolutely. And he starts shaving off what looks like a big hunk of what we know to be euro, but you're going to guess it's probably not that.
Okay.
And he's going to start shaving it off into a pouch, and he says it'll be a gold a pound.
I will take a pound.
All right, and he gives you that, and he takes his coin. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm looking for the 42nd block. If you could point me in that direction, please.
He he starts to look at you a little closer now, because he knows what's on the 42nd block, and he notices that your swords and your axe, and he says, "You're here for the guild."
Is it that obvious?
It seems to be that time of the year again.
Oh, I guess I'm not the only one then.
Well, you're the first one to talk to me today,
Well, I'll take that as a win.
as you should. Not that I've been in the guild, but the guild has been very, very important to this city. In fact,
Okay.
the city was built around the guild. If you
Is that
notice,
so?
the 42nd lane seems to be in the middle. Everything kind of sprouted up around the guild.
Is there anything I need to keep an eye out for?
No, no, not necessarily. You'll notice it when you see it. It is a beautiful, grand building. And it has the same symbol that I'm guessing is on your parchment, right there in the middle of the door.
I'm going to look at the parchment, see what he's referring to.
It's a circle with a bright blue flame in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that.
Okay. All right. I'll look at that. I'll look at him and wait for my food.
Oh, he's handed it to you.
Okay. I'll take it. Thank you for the information.
Absolutely.
I'll give him a hefty nod and start making my way down there, kind of picking at the food that he gave me as I walk.
All right, we'll leave you there and we'll go back to the docks. Vito and Proby, who seem to have not met each other yet. G, let's start with you.
All right. As I said, my guy's character, he's dressed in, think like Davy Jones attire with the long coat and the tricorner cap. He does have a almost cape look to the back, but his outfit is a little bit ragged. Uh, Definitely worn. You can see where there's cuts and slashes in the leather. His face is similar to Dragonborn, only the thing is, in it, where his ears would be, his frill, he has one really long frill, and then the others are slightly smaller. And at the attached to each of the frills, in addition to the rings that he's pierced through in traditional pirate garb, are things like rattlesnake rattles and beads that would clack together.
Not very stealthy, are you?
Oh no, the thing is, they won't sound unless he shakes them. Same thing with a rattlesnake. He's currently looking at this shark man that's coming out the water, and after a second of just kind of appraising him, he just nods his head and starts walking off.
Well, Proby, you just noticed this half dragon, half elf give you a nod and kind of ignored you.
What do you want me to do? Eat him?
I would not recommend it.
All right, well, Proby, what do you want to do?
I don't know. Go to the directions. These people spent a lot of money to send me a letter underwater, so I mean, it'd be rude not to go.
So on your letter, underneath the message, it says the 42nd way, or the 42nd lane. That's the direction you need to head?
I'm gonna start counting from the left.
All right. As you're counting, do you find your street?
I mean, second, are there 42 lanes from the left?
You're standing about the 32nd lane, so you need to go about 10 lanes to your right.
I will go 10 lanes to my right.
All right. And as you're walking up the street, you seem to notice at the corner of your eye that Vito, who you don't know, he's following behind you. You guys are bound and determined not to meet each other, huh?
Well, I mean, we have no reason to meet each other currently.
All right. So as you guys walk up to this beautiful building, it's very similar to the one we see on the screen here. Bright blue tiles and fancy flags flying above it. And on this door is the same symbol that is on your parchments. As you walk up, Krim happens to walk up next to you. All of you, all three of you stand before this door.
I will turn to the giant fish and just kind of give him a curious look, and I'll look to the dragonborn, and I'll look at him too, and I'll be like, I am way out of my league here.
How tall are you?
Probably almost 9 feet tall.
All right.
What's with you guys making giant characters?
My guy's not
He's
giant.
like 5'6".
Your guy's 5'6".
Yeah, he's short. Fuck you guys.
Well, you're closer to my height than the frickin' Minotaur.
I'm just gonna be like, so a dragonborn and a shark. What kind of guild is this?
You know the funny thing? They don't understand you. None of you do.
Neither.
I'm just gonna look at him, not comprehending anything he says, and just shake my head, and I'm just gonna hit my hands on the doors to shove them open.
All right. So Avito, you're going to be the first one in.
I'll walk in like I own the place.
What about you other two?
I will motion for a Proby to go.
Proby, do you go before him or do you hold back?
I guess I'll go before him. And I'll
All right.
definitely follow the watch get kicked off.
And I will go in after a Proby.
Okay, as all three of you enter into the guild, you notice that is a very warm, welcoming kind of light about it. There's a grand fireplace off to your left, and off to your right, you see a big stained glass window. And in the middle are chairs and tables full of just different creatures having food, laughing, drinking, sharing stories. There's a bar in the back. Right next to the bar is a big bulletin board with job postings on it. A hostess walks up to you and all three of you, and she says something to you that you don't understand, because none of you can understand common, and none of you can understand her, as she is a young Era Cochran. She's like a crow type of person.
Mm-hmm.
And she holds out her hand as if she's expecting you to give her something.
You,
I'm gonna ask her what she wants.
What is
I'm gonna
this?
place my letter in her hand.
Hold on.
I'll shove him out of the way.
Hold on. What is this? You can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You don't need to share a language with the creature, but the creature must be able to understand at least one. All right, fair enough. Fuck you.
Hey,
All
that
right,
doesn't
so
mean that she talks back.
Well, I'm not actually saying anything. I just look at her and ask the question in my mind straight to hers.
Well, she said when her beak moves, even though it sounds like squawks to you guys, to Avito, it sounds like invitations, which Aprobri has already figured out, and she has his invitation in her hand.
I will
she's
follow
waiting.
suit.
I'll pull mine out and put it on her tray.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll do
And
the
then
same.
she motions to all of you to follow her, and she leads you to the back of the bar. Everybody kind of like looks at you guys, and you hear some whistles and some cat calls, and other things that you can't quite make out just yet. And you walk up to the bar.
If I hear whistles and catcalls as I'm 9 feet of striding, I'm just gonna give them looks like they're fucking stupid. I'm gonna be like, really? Do you not see what I am?
Well, you notice there's other giant minotaurs in there too, and there's a couple of lexodons in there. Those are the elephant style people.
Got it.
They are bigger than you, and you seem to hear a couple of the toots coming from them.
Right on. I will not back down.
Fair enough. Hold your ground. As she leads you to the back of the bar, in the bar is a. Help me out here. What was Lex again? Or what was Vex? He was a
Wimmick.
Wimmick. Thank you. The bartender happens to be a Wimmick. And the Aarakocra girl, she holds out the invitations to him, and he takes them, and he looks over them and looks at all three of you. He nods his head at her, and she bows deeply, and she walks back off, dealing out beers and meads to the rest of the, what you assume to be guild members. And he holds before all three of you 3 arm rings. They're of very simple design. Towards the end of each of them, not where they quite connect, but kind of where they almost encircle, are 2 medallion pieces that look exactly like the Coldlight Guild symbols. And he holds them out to you.
I'll
I'll
take
take
one.
it.
Aprobi,
Yeah, I'll take one.
are you going to put them on?
Yeah. I'll
As
just
you-
give a big shrug and
All right. So go ahead and add this to your inventory. It's the Guild Light Circulet, or what's the proper word?
Circlet.
We'll just say the Guild Arm Ring. And what this arm ring does is you now start to hear all of the voices behind you. They come in clearly. You can hear them speaking, telling stories clearly in your language that you can understand. You no longer hear any toots or whistles or squawks from the Aarakocra, and you can hear everything. What this ring does is it's translating everything for you. So as the Wimmick notices you put them all on, he starts to speak to you. Welcome, travelers. I see that you have brought invitations. Are you here for selection and your training to begin?
it would appear so.
Yeah,
looks-
let's get this over with.
And he looks over to Aprobi. And you?
Yeah.
A timid one, I see. My name is Felix, and I happen to be the bartender. And he points over to the bulletin board and the gamekeeper. Over there, you will find missions and bounties and anything else that we can hire out to others for you to do. I will serve you drinks, and I will pay you for what you do. There are low-level adventures up at the top. Complete one of those for me, and we'll see if you're worthy of being Coldlight member guilds.
Krem's gonna look at him and be like, "Are we playing games here? Is that what this is?"
Not at all. I need to vet you to see if you're worthy of being in the Coldlight.
Well, you must have seen something important in each one of us to have us come this far.
That's not for me to decide. That's for the master to decide. And to meet him, you'll have to go through me.
All right, let's do this. I'm going to walk over to the postings. What's available?
To you, what you can see available to you is two simple bulletins. and one says fight and kill the wild boars outside of Rain, and then the other one is just a simple hunting and gathering, or just a gathering of herbs outside of Rain. Something that adventurers of your level would find pitiful and meaningless. It's almost as an insult to you.
I'll look at the two and kind of mutter under my breath. I say, "It's been a while since I've had boar," and I'll pull that one off the board.
Ah, so you choose to fight the boar. Very well. And he looks over to Krem and Aprobri. Do you wish to accompany him or do something by yourself?
I'll look at Evito and I'll be like, those boar must be dastardly to send but one creature out against them. I'll go with you.
And may we both eat well tonight.
Oh, we will.
Very well. And he looks at Aprobri. And you? You wish to join them?
Sure, I'll hunt boar.
All right. He says they are located in the forest of sorry. They are located in the forest of Rain, just outside the city gates to the south gate. You bring me at least one hide, and I'll move you on to the next one.
I'll look at Evito and be like, why are we still standing here? Let's go get this boar.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Where did he say we were supposed to go?
The forest, and I'm going to point out the door.
Felix will say it again. He says, the Forest of Rain to the south gate, just outside.
Yeah, the south gate. I'm going to point south.
I'll look to the shark and I'll say, "You coming?"
I'm just gonna start walking.
For a creature so tiny, he's just... He goes.
Don't be fooled by a creature's size.
I'm not. It's just I've never seen one of him before. Or you, for that matter.
I'll look at him and I'll say, "I've spent many a years on the sea. I've seen him before. They're fun to play with."
I bet. Let's go get this boar.
All right. I'll start walking.
I'll go right behind him.
All right. So you all exit out of the Coldlight Guild and make your way to the south gate. As you approach the south gate, the guards all look at you kind of questioningly because they don't recognize you. And they notice on Krem's arm the Coldlight Guild's armlet. And they say, "Ah, very well." And they open the doors and you're free to leave.
I'll look at him and say, "So, where's the boar activity?"
Ah, the boars, yes. The boars, they've been trampling and causing quite a ruckus on the main road here. We've tracked them to just outside, about a mile down.
Not very far.
Not very far at all. Which is why we posted the job over at the guild. Tell me, are you high-level adventurers? Are you sure you can handle them?
I think we can handle a boar.
Oh, this is no ordinary boar. And it's not just one.
Well, let me guess. They walk on two legs and eat human flesh. Is that right?
No, not quite. They're just very large.
I see.
Well, he looks at you and he says, "Well, you will be fine." And then he looks down at Aprobri and says, You may not be."
Just pick him up and throw him. I'll point at his mouth. Look at all them teeth. Come on now.
Roby will just shove past him and start heading back out into the forest.
Be careful. That's all I can tell you.
I will take a couple of strides and catch up to a Proby and be like, hey, if it gets to the point to where these bipedal boars start to kick our ass, can I grab you and throw you?
Only if I can do the same to you.
If you can pick me up, by all means. I'd love to see that happen.
I'm going to look at Krem, and I'm going to say, we got this.
It's boars. Boars, Dragonborn. It is boars. What more needs to be said? We'll throw a rock at one and kill it and drag it back.
One, I'm going to look over him. I'll say, I'll take on the whole frickin' pack.
By all means, when you die, I'll go in and finish.
I'll look to him and just kind of giggle, and I'll say, I have friends on the other side.
Yeah, but what about here? You're walking with two strangers.
Meh. And I'll keep walking.
So as you guys are walking down the road, nothing terribly interesting happens. Fellow travelers and weary merchants are walking back to the city. You notice that it's about just after midday, so they seem to be heading back after being somewhere. But they're
Do
not.
any of them look like they've been through like a battle or a fight or anything like that?
No, you do notice about one carriage that seems to be bigger, flashier, and escorted by guards, but they aren't battle worn or anything else like that.
Does it look like it's carrying something?
It looks like it's carrying someone.
Ooh, somebody.
I am not interested in them, although it is tempting.
And as you guys walk about a mile down the road, you let me get. Let's see. Let me get perception checks from everybody.
Perception?
Yes.
Damn it, Mason, I should have kept that instead of getting rid of it.
Shit,
14.
Is that what you want to go with?
I'm taking the first number to the left until I can turn that option off. Hang on.
How do you turn the advantage off, Mason?
It's under the
It's on
little
dice
gear
options.
symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, God, where is it?
Dice options, it says enable advanced dice, enable 3D dice, automatically roll 3D dice.
I think it's is
Personal-
it personalized? Yeah, personalize and display. Oh no, that ain't it.
No, it's roll queries.
If
It
you're
says always roll
if you're
advantage.
on your look at your character sheet in the top
Oh,
right
that's what it
hand
is, yeah.
corner next to spells. There's the gear symbol.
Yep, and you're looking for roll queries, which is all the way to the top right. And you need to change it from always roll to either query or never. So
never roll advantage.
that just leaves you with
Yeah.
one. It'll just roll once.
Perfect. That's what I want. So I guess I got a 2.
I got a 23.
Yeah.
So, a Proby and a Vito notice that there are wild boar tracks and scat, all scattered along the main road here, minus what has been trampled by everybody traveling on the road.
Oh, oops.
I'd like to see if I can look at the tracks. Whoa,
Jeez,
I did not do that. I don't
what
think.
is this?
I did. I'm copying.
Oh, good. All right.
I'm going to see if I can't check out the tracks to see if I can tell which direction they're coming from.
Well, another Proby just appeared between all of you, so now you're seeing doubles.
Is there anything
just-
distincting between the two?
Shaking my head.
Well,
So
one looks like me, and the other one's an amorphous blob.
Okay, so we have Blobby just join the adventure. Great. I'm gonna look at him. Look at. Sorry, I can't. I'm gonna look at Aprobi, and then look at his friend, and then look back to Aprobi and say, "Okay," and then go back down to the tracks and see if I can't tell which direction they're coming from.
I'm going to pull my longbow out and notch an arrow.
Okay. So you all hear a roar off to your right.
I'll
Just
look.
one.
Hang on, I'm doing something.
What are we doing?
I am going to enlarge myself.
Oh, good grief.
Enlarge, reduce.
So you're already considered a...
I'm a medium creature that just went to a large.
Okay. All right. So other than making yourself a bit bigger,
It increases, if I'm not
your
mistaken,
attack damage?
it increases my weapon damage while enlarged. I have an advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws. My weapons grow to the new size. Yeah.
And also, all damage dealt to him is dealt with the larger damage.
Yeah, with the larger damage attributes, which means that smaller weapons deal less damage to me.
All right. Well, are you...
That's not what that means, but all right.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, it does.
All right. So are you guys going to stand there or investigate the roar?
I'm heading towards the roar.
Yeah, I'll follow behind. Slowly.
It doesn't take you very
I'll
long
head that
to
way.
reach... Okay. It doesn't take you guys very long to reach a clearing. And are you guys being stealthy? Just going to burst into it? What
I'm
you
going to
planning here?
roll stealth, as a matter of fact.
I mean, the man is like twice his size now. I think stealth is out the window.
For him, not for me.
I'm going to do the Tyrannosaurus version of stealth, to where the first thing, if anybody sees, is going to be my head sticking through the trees.
That's a fail.
Okay.
Hang on, let's see this.
You want to roll a stealth roll?
Do I
I
want to
think you should do it
re-roll
at
it?
disadvantage.
I don't know. A 16's pretty good.
I think you should do it with disadvantage.
Why? Larger creatures can be stealthy.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Like I said, my version of stealth is when the whatever it is sees my head sticking through the trees like a T-Rex.
Jeez, okay. Yeah, so I'm just moving on.
All right. Well, everybody give me one more perception check to see who spots what first.
Come on, big money.
Damn.
Fuck
Well.
no.
Mason sees it first.
God almighty, I don't see shit.
Well, all right. So, a veto, since you're so tall, your head is literally in the trees, and you see nothing but limbs and leaves. Hold on. Let's see. Krem, you don't see anything,
I got
which is weird.
Vito's big ass in front of me.
Exactly, which is weird since you're a ranger and you should know the woods.
Right? Yeah. Right now, I don't know what leaf is what.
Probably you spot them almost immediately, even though you're behind both of them. It's weird. You spot four giant boars, and that's all they are. They're not bipedal or anything like that. They're just four very large boars. One seems to be in charge because he has splintered tusks. So instead of where boar tusks come out like as one, his come out as doubles. So he has four tusks instead of two.
Okay.
And he lets out another roar that sounds exactly like the one that you heard just a minute ago. They don't seem to have spotted you guys quite yet, as they're just munching on the ground and the grass, and there's a very large fruit tree that has been pushed over.
Did I hear the roar or no?
Yes, everybody heard the roar.
Okay.
Can I try to communicate with him and ask, is he challenging me?
You hear nothing.
Okay, then I'm
A
going
boar?
for it. If he understands.
They're literally
You're
boar.
an idiot.
The how many boar are there now? Am I aware that they're there?
There are 4 boar.
4. Okay. If dipshit is pushing through the forest, then what I'm gonna do is come to the edge of the tree line and just kind of look at a probie and be like, check this out. And I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times louder than normal. And I am going to let out the biggest Minotaur war cry I have ever let out to startle the shit out of these boar. Just like, "Rah!" But 3 times as loud as my maximum volume.
All right, so I guess we should let's do initiative before that happens.
I was about to say I have a response to that.
You're running, big guy.
I'm not running.
So for me, I would roll just a d20, right?
Correct.
And I'll
For
do
the
them.
boar?
I'll do them all at the same.
Did that
Well,
roll?
shit.
Did that roll go through?
Yes, you
You
got
have
a
a
6.
6.
Okay, it said that I wanted to send the results, and it's you. Okay,
Hey, check
all
that
right, fine.
out.
I'm going last.
No, actually, the boar are going last. All right, so Mason, you actually get to go first. What would you like to do?
Are they within like charging distance?
How large? What's your charge again?
I mean, my sheet's like 30.
Your charge or their charge?
Mine.
Yeah, they're within 30.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to the nearest one and try and fuck him up.
All right.
All right. So I'm gonna attack him, and I have multi-attack.
Okay. Makes 2 melee attacks, 1 bite, and 1 with its claws or spear. Okay.
All right. So
Give me an
bite.
attack roll. Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, that hits. Or is that the damage?
That's the damage for the bite. We're not done. This is gonna take about 3 years.
Oh my
Fuck, Mason.
damn.
We're
That
still
board.
not. All right.
Wait, do you get a
I,
plus 10 to your bite attack? Is that what it's saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to look at you, Avito, and I'm going to be like, damn, look at that little guy go.
Third level, you can heighten your Echo's Fury. Whenever you take the attack action, you can make 1 additional melee attack from the Echo's position. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your Constitution modifier. Good lord. All right,
There we
hold on
go.
here. So you've done 6 damage, 5 damage to the first one. That's 11.
Yeah, 11 total.
All right. He's not quite dead yet. Is that your glaive?
Is that a hit, Ian, at 14?
No, actually, it's not. So your glaive, you managed to bite and slash this boar, but yet your glaive in your other hand just whiffs over the top of the husk, or the tusk. Sorry.
Extra attack. My
Jeez.
God.
All right, you've already attacked twice.
Beginning at
3
5th
times.
level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn.
You've already attacked twice. Are you just gonna keep sending stuff into the roll 20?
Blood Frenzy has advantage on melee attack rolls against any creature that doesn't have all its hit points. Jesus.
I'm so confused here. What the hell is going on?
He's built a one-hit wonder. He's going to keep attacking this target until it's dead.
This thing is a multiple razor blades on feet.
Yeah, it's just nom 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 nom. That's all he's doing.
It's a critter. Oh my god. Fucking buzzsaw. Jeez.
All right, so hold on. I'm a little confused here, Mason.
Mason, you got to break it down for him, buddy.
You have
So-
to actually speak. Come on, stop laughing.
Mace, you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, my mic unplugged. I've been talking this whole time.
Okay, yeah, this is why we're like going.
Yeah.
This is like we're going. What the hell's going on? Come on, explain. And all we're hearing is
All right.
silence as you just keep clicking shit.
All right, so multi-attack. Whenever I make an attack, instead of doing, an attack with a weapon, I have the option of doing a bite and a claw attack. All right.
Okay, yeah.
With it, Unleash Incarnation, whenever I'd make an attack, my Echo can make an attack. All right. With
So that-
extra
that would-
attack. So,
Okay.
what was your question? Let me.
So the
clear up the
glaive was
question.
your glaive was
Echo.
your Echo's attack.
Correct.
All right.
All right. So now with my extra attack, I'm going to basically do the same thing again. Except this time I'm not going to use Unleash Incarnation because I feel like that would be way too much for you.
How many times a turn can you attack?
Do you
And
want the...
In your first turn, let's start there.
So in my first turn, I can attack using... If I wanted to, using everything, I could do... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times.
God almighty.
You can attack 12 fucking times.
That is insane.
Welcome to
Welcome
the Echo
Mason.
Knight.
Welcome to Mason. No, this is not Echo Knight. This is Mason. Welcome to Mason.
Tim, we're gonna have to redo this episode. Mason needs to make a new character.
Just let me know when it's my turn.
Does a bite hit at an 18?
Yes, the bite hits.
Or let him know when that damn thing is dead.
So 7 piercing.
Yep. Does a 17 hit, or do you want me to roll again?
17 hits. Minus another 7.
He's just eating this thing raw at this point.
Apparently.
I'll stop there just to be fair.
Well, I mean,
Look-
is the creature dead at this point? That's the biggest question.
Surprisingly, no, but it is worse for wear.
It is. Gareth, you and I are watching this bloodbath take place. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna lower the bow and just be like, "What in the hell is going on here?"
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so-
I'm gonna look to you and said, "Have you not ever seen a shark's feeding frenzy?"
Not like no.
Don't act like
That's-
you've ever seen this before, Uncle.
Oh my god.
That's what it looks like, though. It literally looks like a shark's feeding frenzy.
Yeah. My guy has seen shark feeding frenzy. I know exactly what the hell you're doing. The goal is bite, swallow, bite, swallow, bite, swallow, bite, swallow until it's no longer moving, and then grab the rest of it and swim off.
Well, all right, Krim, it's your turn.
Okay.
Since A probie over here is gonna stop.
So, yeah, I guess what
I
I'm
could keep
gonna,
going.
I'm gonna look at Avito and be like, so I guess I'm gonna shoot an arrow and I'll fucking aim it at one of the boars he's not obliterating.
All right, so the three of the boars look pretty much identical.
Mm-hmm.
He's already tearing into one. The fourth boar is the larger boar with the double tusks on each side.
I will aim at that, and what I'm gonna do is cast Hail of Thorns. So I'll pop that right there. The next time I hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from my ranged weapon or ammunition, so the arrow. In addition to the normal effect of the attack, the target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. If I cast a spell using a spell slot of second level or higher, the damage increases by 1d10 for each slot level above first. So I'm going to cast this at a second level.
All right, so
So it'll be 2d10
all right,
if I hit. What's her armor class?
you're wanting to beat a 16
B to 16.
for him. Yes.
Got it. Okay. So let's see.
No, a 15. I'm sorry.
15. So I
No.
just
16. Yeah, 16.
16.
It's 15 for the others.
Okay. So I just click on arrows here. Is that correct? Right? For my attack?
You should hit your bow if you've set up your bow as your weapon.
Oh, I just have the arrows. I can set that up real quick.
I was about to say, yeah, you said you have what, a longbow?
Yeah. Longbow.
Yeah. So yeah, longbow is whatever.
No damage, right? For a longbow? So-
Damage for the longbow is
well, we'll take that.
Damn.
1d6. So yeah, that's a nat 20 plus 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that hits.
So damage with the arrows plus the 2d10. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
Wait,
So damage. Oh, whoops.
that's
right
wrong.
here. I
That's
got
wrong.
it.
It's not
There it is.
2d10.
Yeah, I got it. 1d6 plus 4, 9. And then
Your
2d10.
dex.
And then
Alright.
2d10 additional. 7.
All right.
So yeah, I launched that arrow and it splinters out into this hail of thorns. So 16 total.
And it just he lets out the meanest bellow that you've ever heard. Just straight roaring at you. He knows where you are now.
Now, Mason, with my 2 attacks per round, I get to fire again. Is that correct? Or is that just
Correct.
with melee attacks?
Correct. You get to fire again.
Okay, so I will make another shot.
So what gives you the double attack?
It's part of his class.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The ranger class.
Yeah.
I got you.
and
All right.
Let's make sure how long the spell, the
It's
duration
your
of the spell.
next save.
Okay.
So it was what it ended with your previous attack.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So you casted it, and then you attacked, and then that was.
Yeah, I'm just okay. So we're good there.
Yeah.
Damn, longbow. So that would be a miss.
That would be a miss.
Yeah.
So that next arrow goes flying, and it hits him in the tusk, which just deflects off, flying in another direction. He has his eyes dead set on you.
Perfect. I'm gonna look at Avito and be like, "What do you got?"
And it's a Vito's turn.
I'm just gonna chuckle, and then you're gonna see me rear back and launch this.
Burst of cold energy emanates from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in the area must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute, or until it or another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice.
All right.
Wow, you're gonna
What-
fucking freeze him.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to run up to the closest boar in proximity to where I can actually get as many of them as possible in this cone, and then I'm throwing this spell right in his face.
You wouldn't need to run. They're all standing within the 30-foot cone from you.
Okay, fine. Then I'm just going to, you asked me what am I going to do? I'm just going to go, boom, and
So they each need to make a Constitution saving throw.
yes.
Mason too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, technically, kind of, I forgot that. Oops.
And you're not casting it any higher or anything like that?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, so what I'll do is... I guess I'll have to roll individually for them, I guess.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them, so yeah.
Or you
Unless
could roll
wanna
for the
this.
3 little ones and then for the big guy to make it easier.
Yeah.
You can
Alright.
roll as a group, individual, whatever.
We'll do that. So only one passes, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
if
I'll
2, 9,
say
and 16 is the
14, yeah.
rolls, then what is my spell modifier? Yeah. Okay.
All right. So the first one, which is the one that Mason's currently tearing into,
Is
he
now.
takes
All right. Do you want me to go ahead and just roll damage?
3d8. Yeah, and go ahead and roll damage, and we'll
Okay,
just
so
that'll be the for everybody.
Wow.
17.
Jeez. All right. Well,
17 damage for everybody that fails.
all right. Well, so the one that Mason is fighting is completely frozen, and I mean it's done. It's not going anywhere.
It's a pork chop on ice.
Yeah, it's pork chop on ice. So the second one, he takes that cold damage and is just shivering, and
Oh, he's encased in ice until he breaks free.
yeah, he's gonna have to take a second. And then the next one, the leader, he passes that.
All right, but the ground is
Is icy.
is icy. Yep, it is now difficult terrain.
That's amazing.
Bridge freezes before road.
Well, you guys are in the forest, so you're messing up this entire ecosystem here.
Fuck yeah.
It's only a small slice.
All right. Well, is it in a path, or is it kind of like?
It's like I said, I was aiming to catch all the boars in the blast, so it's a 30-foot cone, so it'd be kind of like triangular in shape, centering from me and going away.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
that's that one that's currently encased in ice. He's going to attempt to break free. Let's see here. He has a 17 strength plus 3.
Damn.
the other creatures that did succeed still take half damage.
Oh, they do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see.
So there's one that's frozen, and then 2 that are not.
One that did you say he died? All right, so one dead,
Yeah,
one
one
encased
is-
in ice, and 2 that took damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. 34. Okay. All right, so that I've got the damage added up on them. All right, so the one that's frozen in ice, he's going to try and make a strength to bust out.
Mhm.
Let me see what
Would
it
be
is.
strength.
Yeah.
All right. So he gets a +3 to that. So
So
that's,
he does it.
he busts free, and that's going to end his turn. but he's
Yeah.
gonna be looking at Vito very angrily.
He doesn't have to make a check. He just has to use his action to break the ice. So
Yeah,
it's an
yeah,
ice shell. So
he's done. He doesn't have anything else to do.
yeah. And I'm just gonna grin and look back at Krim.
I'm just gonna shake my head.
All right, and then the third one, he's gonna charge at you, Avito, or yeah, because you're the one that took down his froze two of his friends, and one that he can't see is gonna move ever again, and fails
Wow.
miserably.
Can I just reach up and just Spartan kick his ass on that one?
No, so what he does is as he charges, he starts to slip on the ice, and as he gets closer to that where the cone narrows and he gets a traction on actual ground, it seems to be going in the wrong way, and he plows straight into the other giant boar and shatters it to pieces.
Jeez.
So he's now standing actually in front of Mason,
The
confused as to what happened, but and is now sh- around the boar is littered with frozen boar chunks of his friend.
I'm just gonna laugh.
So the big one is going to actually charge at Tim's character.
Okay.
Does a
Yeah,
16 hit?
that's a big hit. Yeah, I got an AC of 14.
So he comes barreling through straight at you, and he's going to hit you with his tusk. Well, holy shit, he would have hit you regardless because it's a +5 to hit. Good lord. All right, so you get a 2d6 +3 slashing. So +3, or sorry, what was it? Yeah, +3. So 9 damage to you.
9 damage to me.
Yes.
Where do I find that, Mason? On Wikidot, is that right?
What do you mean?
The unarmed fighting thing that I have? Not unarmed
Oh,
strike.
that's if you just hit him. Like, would you if you're punching somebody?
Well, like the boar's coming and charging at me, so could I grapple it? Ian, is that
Uh,
possible? Or Mason?
I'll tell you what, because you need to succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw. uh,
Mm-hmm.
Um, otherwise, you're going to be knocked prone. So you'll have to do that first.
Oh, I want to grapple his ass for
Otherwise, you'll have to.
sure.
Otherwise, you're going to take an additional uh, 7 damage based on his charge attack.
you'd have to wait till your turn to grapple him.
Got it. So I'm taking 9 total. And what am I doing saving throw for?
For
Uh,
his charge attack,
yeah, strength.
yes, you need to beat a 13.
How about that?
Yep, you beat it.
19.
So
I'm
as
gonna
he
dig my hooves into the dirt as he slams into me.
and you're now face to face with him,
Oh fuck yeah!
and it's going to go back to Mason's turn.
Okay, so there's a boar right in front of me.
Yep, the one that's he's still looking around at the shattered pieces, and you notice that there's a single tear coming down one of his eyes.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna stab him.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna stab him.
Single tear.
Yeah, that
I
that hits
believe a
him.
23 hits.
Yes, a 23 hits.
God.
Okay. I'm also going to have my echo hit him.
All right.
Does an 11 hit?
No, 11 does not hit.
Okay. I'm going to use my second attack. I'm going to stab him again.
All right.
Does a 24 hit?
I saw an 8 there first, buddy.
I have advantage because he doesn't have his full hit points.
Yeah, 24 hits. So minus another 7.
Yeah.
All right. Are you quite done?
I don't
Is
have
the
to
boar dead?
be.
Is the boar dead?
No, the boar's not quite dead yet. But
I mean, I
he
could do it
is.
again.
He's down on. He's like put a knee down, and he's kind of like. I mean, he's just bobbing his head, and he's just looking like he could go in any second.
Mm, nah, it's
Are
all
you
right.
done?
I'll stop.
All right, Tim, your turn. You are face
Okay.
to face with that giant boar.
Yeah. So Mason, what did you look for? Because I want to know exactly what I can do. Like, where did you find that online?
Let me pull it back up.
Yes, please do. Or shoot the link in Discord or something so I can look at it real quick.
I don't have Discord up right now because I'm in the restream.
Then
I just exited out of it.
then just tell me what it is. What did you look up?
It is fighting style, fighting style. You chose unarmored fighting, so
Unarmored.
you're unarmed fighting. So
Unarmed
your
fight.
unarmed strike can deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength modifier. If you strike with 2 free hands, the d6 becomes a d8. When you successfully start a grapple, you can deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage to the grappled creature until the grapple ends. You can also deal this damage to the creature whenever you hit with a melee attack.
Okay. Yeah, so if he came at me and hit me, what I want to do is I want to grapple and try and wrestle him down to the ground. Take him off of his feet.
All right. So that would be a
Opposing strength.
opposing strength.
Okay. So there's my strength check. I gotta go back and look.
Oh no.
Ooh, fuck yeah. So I did 1d4 damage. Is that correct, Mason? For the grapple?
Correct.
Okay. Bam. So he takes 3 from that. Plus my strength,
Yeah, I
the
guess.
bonus. So add 3 to that, 6 total. Yeah, Ian, basically what I want to do is I want to twist him in such a way if I have the strength to do it, if I can get him on his back, I want to break his neck.
He's not quite that weak yet. But
Huh?
if because of the opposing strength checks and he failed miserably,
Yeah.
he did fall to his side. So you now have him technically pinned,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
and
I'm gonna
he'll have to spend his turn trying to throw you off with his
well,
strength.
with my 2 attacks, good sir, I'm gonna start punching the shit out of him.
All right.
What's his armor class?
He's the leader, so his armor class is 16.
16. So what is it? Strength plus 3. Well, isn't there something on here for unarmed fighting? Am I missing that or
So
no?
you'll you don't get like advantage or anything. It's just a straight attack, but it just changes your damage.
Oh, got it. Okay. So just a straight attack then. Ka-chow. Fuck no. There you go. Do with that what you will.
So you managed to get him down, but as soon as you went to go punch him, you punched him right in that tusk, and it actually hurt your hand.
Yeah.
So,
Fair
so, hold,
enough.
so hold on. There's punishment for this.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 2.
2 damage.
Yeah, you broke a finger.
That's fine. That's just gonna piss me off.
Oh my god, he broke a nail.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hold him down with the broken fingered hand arm, and I'm gonna punch him with the other one. You bastard.
Broke a nail.
15.
That doesn't quite hit it,
No,
but you don't break a fist on this one.
that's true. So there's that.
All right. Are you done?
Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
All right, Avito, your turn.
All right. The boss boar, is he just standing back?
No, the
I'm
boss boar
wrestling.
is wrestling with the
Ah,
Minotaur.
I fucking hip checked his ass. Put him on the dirt.
So you see Mason's character Aprobes right and his Echo Knight standing in front of a very bloody, beaten, worn out boar. And then there's another one that is still encased in ice, and then the
Well, he's out.
Yeah, he broke his ice shell.
oh okay.
Yeah, because one's shattered and dead. One was cased in ice. The boss was free, and one of the other ones were free.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Right.
I've got the one in front of me. There's the one that just broke free of the ice, and then you have the boss.
Right. And the boss one is currently on the ground wrestling with Krem.
Creme. Yeah.
Okay. Can I line up two or more of these guys in a straight line?
Not without potentially hurting either Krem or Aprobi.
But I can do it by lining them up. Who would be in the line of fire? One or both of them?
Either one. If you went to attack the weakest and the strongest, or the weakest and the leader at the same time, you would have both Aprobi and Krem in the line of fire for whatever you're thinking of doing.
Okay. And if I were to choose to line up uh, the boss boar or can I line up the two weaker ones?
Are you asking as far as like health or just
No, just the boss boar is currently grappled. I'm not going to worry about him at the moment.
so the two smaller ones?
Yes.
Yes, you could line them up, but you would risk hitting a Proby with whatever you're about to do.
Well, I am going to holler out, and I'm going to yell, "A Proby, dodge now!"
Mason, that's up to you whether or not he does that or not.
I mean, I can't.
You didn't use your move action, did you?
No,
No.
you stood still.
Breath weapon. Jeez, what kind of breath weapon are you doing?
Um,
Mason
Yeah.
ain't going nowhere.
I don't think that a dexterity's going to do nothing, buddy.
sorry.
So what's your armor class, Mace?
17.
Here we go.
Yeah, that breath weapon's going to hit you,
Uh,
and you're going to hit the other two as well.
I tried to give him the opportunity to move. I'm sorry, but yeah, my character. Yeah, he's just gonna take a step to the side to line him up. He's gonna holler, and the next thing you're just gonna see is me open my mouth, and just this cone fires out. And crap, I forgot what.
Yeah, what kind of breath weapon is it? Is it fire?
Hang on, I gotta look.
Like
'Cause
glittery death?
I forgot to write down what his breath weapon is.
What kind of?
It's rainbow sparkles.
Right
I
on.
mean, it's a gem dragon. So give me a sec here. I freaking
Yeah, rainbow sparkles.
Hang on, let me jump back here. Chromatic gem. Here we go. There was. No, he's a topaz.
Uncle, what character are you playing? Like, what's your class?
He is a half elf. I'm using the rules to where I can pick my other half.
No, what is your, like, class, not your race?
Oh, class wizard. I'm staying on the back line. Y'all rushed in. By the way, it's necrotic.
It's necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage.
All right. This is gonna hurt, Mason.
Well,
All right, so you managed to deal 13 damage to Mason, and you've killed the weaker one, the one that was standing in front of a Proby. But the one further back that just broke out of its ice cage is still standing. Doesn't look very good for him, though. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do right now.
All right. So the one that just shook off or just got hit with the breath attack there, he's going to charge straight for you, but unfortunately, a Proby is standing in the way. So, Mason, he's going to come straight towards you, and he's going to hit you with his charge and his tusk. So let me get a attack roll and see if he even hits you. What's your armor class again?
17.
He hits you. So you're going to take... What's 2d6 plus 3? So 6, 9, and then give me a DC strength saving throw, or you'll be knocked prone.
Nice.
Yeah, you're still standing, buddy. Alrighty.
Ooh.
So then the one that is currently the leader, the one wrestling with
Krem.
Krem, he's going to use his strength to try and buck you off.
Can I use my strength to prevent him from doing that?
Sure. We'll do opposing strength checks.
Cool.
Yeah, no, he ain't getting up.
Fuck that guy. He's staying on the ground.
Alrighty. And it'll go back to Proby's turn. So, Mason, you now have yet another boar standing in front of you who just hit you.
Yeah, but I also have a stupid son of a bitch that's hit me with a spell twice.
No,
That's,
well, technically.
Yeah, no, technically. You
I did warn you on the second one.
do
That
what-
doesn't make it better.
I tried to make it better.
Do what you will, Mason.
Alright. I'm going to attack the boar.
Alright.
Does a 16 hit?
Alright, so why is there two different glaives showing it?
He attacks with advantage because the boar doesn't have its full hit points.
Is that just an ability you have? Jeez.
Yes.
That's part of your character.
That's nuts. Alright, yeah,
Is it
16.
that blood frenzy or whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah, 16 hits him.
How's he looking?
Oh, he is not looking good at all.
Mason,
Alright.
I just imagine your character drenched from head to toe in boar blood.
That would be from the first attack he made. He'd have like bits stuck in his teeth and everything.
I'm gonna attack twice. I'm gonna attack again. Just my normal like extra attack.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, that fucking hits. Yeah, how do you want to kill him, buddy?
So the first time is basically just me trying to regain my balance after he hit me. So he's gonna take the glaive and basically rear back to steady himself, and he's just gonna do a quick stab in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time, he just realizes, like, oh, I have all the room, all the time in the world. So he double hands the glaive and just goes as deep as he can.
God.
You're just going to run
And
it out his
spear.
back?
Yeah.
As you do, you notice that you've caught something else that comes along at the other end of your glaive. His beating heart is still at the end of your glaives, now sitting outside of his chest.
Mm.
Just drenched with blood, and you're hands deep in there, buddy.
Okay. And
So
I'm going to take.
which dies first, the body or the heart?
The body, the eyes are still looking at a Proby as the life just withers away from him,
And
Glaze
and then
over.
the heart stops beating. That's great.
and then the heart stops beating. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
Yes.
What?
Ian, call above or below.
That's not how this works. I'm the DM here. You want to fucking do that? You call above or below, buddy.
I'll
All right,
call it
well,
for you, Mason.
all right, Tim. Do you want above for me to hit Uncle, or below for me not to? Okay. Or do you want to do it the other way?
No, above to hit, below not to hit. Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
hell
Garrett.
yes. Hell yeah. All right.
Well,
Action surge. So I can use an additional action on my turn. So after I take the beating heart from the boar, I'm going to turn towards you, who's hit me twice with a spell, and I'm going to make some attacks.
You're going to make some attacks.
Yes, armor class.
You have to roll the attack, sir.
I just got this boar fucking straddled to the ground. I am fucking cackling.
All right. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to attack you with a glaive. Does it hit?
I'm just going to sigh.
Shield. Yeah, +5 bonus to armor class, including against the triggered attack, and you take no damage from magic missile.
damn.
Which means it bounces off this invisible shield that just summons itself. And then I'm going to look at you.
Oh, Proby, he's just looking at you after shrugging off your attack.
I'm going to look at you and you say, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And there's true glint in his eyes that's both evil and saying, "Bring it on."
Can I interject in this, Ian?
You're currently wrestling with a boar, so
Well, not
well,
to interfere in the fight, but just to talk.
sure, it'll sound struggled and you'll have
Yeah.
to yell it, but sure.
Cool. I'll use my thaumaturgy to make my voice louder. Hey, when you two are done figuring out whose dick is bigger, do you want to come over here and help me kill this boar?
I'm going to look at you and say, "Obviously mine is." And I'm going to kind of swing my hips just a little bit.
And does a 26 hit?
Are you attacking what, the boar?
Yeah.
Yes, a 26 will hit the boar. It's actually you attacked him. You attacked Avito, so we're gonna do Tim first.
Yeah, you've had your turn. Back
Yeah,
off.
you're not
I'm
gonna
still not
steal
done.
another kill. You're not gonna take another kill.
Okay. Fighting this boar. I've got him held down to the ground, right?
Yeah, and he's
Okay.
struggling underneath you, but he's weak.
Ian, with a melee attack, with a weapon attack, it does extra damage too. Is that correct?
With a weapon attack.
Or Mason, is that right?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna unsheath
What
my.
was the question?
If I use a weapon attack, does it deal extra damage? No, it doesn't. Does it?
No, because
got-
that would be an arm.
Well, I'm gonna hold him down, and I'm gonna take my great axe out, and I'm gonna finish this.
All right. Well, roll your attack.
What's his armor class?
His armor class is a 16.
Okay. Close. I'm just gonna go rock and miss.
It bounces off that tusk yet again.
Okay, and I will now use my second attack and miss again. God almighty.
You've now embedded your axe into his tusk.
Cool.
My turn.
So it is Avito's turn. Yes. You just had a Proby attack you, and Krem just yelled out, "Help me kill this fucking thing!"
All right, I'm going to step right up next to Krim, and I'm going to glance sideways at him, and I'm going to say, "Okay."
That doesn't hit.
It's just the roll. Ignore that.
Wait, okay. Are you breathing your breath weapon on me?
No, I'm pushing you to the side, and I'm blasting this thing.
You
Point
can only
blank.
use your breath weapon once.
On contraire, I can use it equal to the number of Constitution modifiers I have.
Can I,
Sorry. In addition to my proficiency bonus.
Ian, will you allow me to take my great axe with me or no? Is it stuck?
Above or below, good sir?
After you use your breath weapon, you can't use it again until you complete a short or long rest.
All right, hang on. Let me pull this back up.
While they're dick measuring again, Timmy, above you can take it. Below you, you lose it for a second.
Okay.
There you go. Equal to my proficiency bonus.
You lost your hand on it.
All right.
So as you were pushed to the ground, your axe is still embedded into that tusk.
Okay.
$11 damage straight to its face.
Well, hold on now. Is your 12 up here your breath weapon? Is that the attack?
Unfortunately, in order for me to put that into, you replace it. Each creature in an area must make a dexterity saving throw, 8 plus my Constitution modifier. On a failed save, it takes the full damage. On enough, it takes half. So he's got to save. He has to roll his save to see whether he takes full or half damage.
So there's not a way for something like this to miss automatic, like
it's an AoE effect because it does a 5 by 30 foot line.
All right. So what's his throw that he needs to do? Dexterity.
Dex throw, yes.
He's not very good at that.
So he has to beat
one
a
roll.
14. Nope.
Nope.
He takes 11 to the face. At this point, I'm picturing my head is almost as big as he is.
He's not quite dead yet. He is pissed off at you decided to do that. However,
Can I do one more thing for effects?
do you have another attack?
No, it's just for effects. I'm going to flip my fins all the way out and shake those rattlesnake rattles. He's an animal. He should know that sound.
Well, he's still not happy about the rest of them being killed, so...
Yeah, well, I'm smiling at him.
He's no longer being grappled and held down to the ground, though.
You're right.
So he's going to, as he struggles to his feet, he's going to raise his head, and he's just going to bring those two tusks straight towards you. One of them happens to be embedded with a battle axe at the current moment.
Yeah.
So that's
Sorry, guys.
That's going to be a little extra damage if this hits you. What's your armor class again?
26.
Bullshit.
Or sorry, wrong math. 21. 21. Sorry.
All right. Well, he gets his strength bonus added on here. Yeah, it's not going to hit you.
No.
Oh no, he can plow into me. Go ahead.
In his wild stupor, trying to get up and back to his feet, he swings high, and he somehow manages to arc just before your nose. Nothing hits you. And it'll go back to Mason,
His microphone may have come unplugged again.
possibly.
No, I was doing research and Uncle's wrong,
Oh.
but it's fine. Um,
It says right there you can use your breath weapon a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and
Mhm.
you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Where are you looking up your stuff?
He just sent a link.
yep.
I'm using wiki.com, the same one we've been using, or that I've been told to use.
And Mason just pulled up the same wiki dot
Yep.
Dragonborn stuff.
Where'd
If
you
you
put it,
scroll down,
Mason?
right
Scroll
in the
down.
chat.
Scroll down to Jim Dragonborn. That's what I was told to use according to the build characteristics. All right. Down here it says breath weapon, draconic resistance, psionic mind, gem flight, and
See,
languages.
that's different than the gem dragon. Okay.
He
Gem
said he was
dragon.
he said he was a gem dragon,
Yeah, and this is under Jim Dragonborn.
Mm. So
a
you're
turquoise one.
Okay. Yes. So they do get to use that several times.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I've copied it verbatim, so just to make sure I've even got it pulled up here. So yeah, I'm playing by the rules.
In the same thing that he's got posted, Mason, with the breath weapon, it does say in the middle of it, it says associated with your gem ancestry.
Yeah. Now I see it. All right.
So he's a topaz, and that's necrotic.
Yep.
So Mason, your turn. The boar is still standing.
You want pork chops? Or do you want bacon?
He's very weak, though.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
God.
And how do you want to kill him?
Enough with the head slicing thing. Come on, do it.
Basically, I assume that the boar like stands up and turns around, and I'm just gonna cold cock it with the glaive.
Are you gonna flat end the blade onto him and just crush his skull?
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Well, he is currently dead.
I'm gonna go step on its face and yank my battle axe out of its tusk.
All right.
I gotta check, see how long the spell lasts. Hang on.
So you guys are now standing around 4 dead boar bodies.
I'm gonna hang on. This lasts up to a minute. Okay.
All we
I'm
need
gonna
is
use-
one.
I'm gonna use the last of my enlarged size to make quick work of skinning these boars. I'm gonna pull out a knife and just do a quick skin job where I just slice up and then just grab the boars and literally just rip the skin right off of them as fast as I can.
Degloving, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, except for me, they're smaller creatures now, so
God.
slice. And I'm basically skinning a rabbit at this point, is what I'm looking at it as. So I'm going to do that before my enlarge wears off.
Proby Krim, you see him just going to town skinning these boar.
I'm literally gutting one, ripping the skin off of it, dropping both, grabbing another one, doing it real fast before it wears off. So I'm not even hanging on to the hides at this point. I'm just dropping them to the ground.
I'm checking my axe, making sure it's okay, and I'm gonna put it back and just wait.
G, above or below?
Above. Nope.
So as you start to reach that third boar, your enlarge starts to fail. And you are shrinking back down to your normal size.
Whew.
All right.
So
Yeah.
you've currently skinned successfully 2 of them.
In that case, I'll just look down at the dagger and walk over to the third boar and just plunge it in and go for it.
It'll take you a little bit of time to get to finish that one.
Meh.
All we
Proby,
need is one, guys.
I'll be looking at, while I'm slicing into the third boar, I'll look at the rest of y'all and I'm going to say, does anybody want pork for dinner? We can carve off a couple chunks.
I'm good.
Mason, what's your character's name again? I didn't write it down.
A probie.
A probie. I should be able to remember that fairly easily. I'll look to you. I'll look to a probie, and I'll hold out one of the hearts, and I'll say, "Peace offering."
He's gonna growl at you.
Yeah, suit yourself. I'll take a bite out of it and then go back to carving.
Gareth, did you just leave those skins laying on the ground?
Yeah, at this point, I've skinned two of them, and I've literally just like taking like degloving a rabbit. I just ripped the skin off of them.
Yeah.
Dropped the body and the skin, and then went to the next one, and then went to the next one.
I'm gonna look at a probie, and I'm gonna just grab one of those skins and be like, "All we need is this," and I'm gonna start walking.
So Tim, go ahead and add the leader boar skin to your inventory.
Okay.
Mason, what do you want to do?
I mean, if he already grabbed the thing, I'm just gonna follow and leave, dipshit to just sit in the middle of the woods.
All right.
All right. How long does it take me to finish skinning this boar?
You're on the third one.
And the fourth one is in chunks. I understand that.
Yeah, you're not going to get him.
Not whole.
Let's do another above or below.
Above.
You're done.
All right. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Does this look to be all of the ones in the area?
From what you can tell, it just seemed to be a small, giant boar pack.
Are you wanting to kill more?
Well, I did say I wouldn't stop at just one.
Okay.
Is there a... all right, boars live in burrows, correct? Are we at the side of the burrows?
No.
Can I tell by the tracks which way their burrows are?
Give me a perception. Yeah, you could tell that the tracks lead off to the east just a little bit. But you also notice that your two companions have also disappeared.
Yeah. Enough for one day. I'm not going to get paid extra to eliminate the nest if I was just after the pack. So I'm going to take the one intact skin and go up to the leader. And you said he had double tusks?
I took his skin. I've got his with me.
You have his skin, yes. I'm ripping his tusks out.
The leader boar had double tusks.
I'm ripping those out, and then I'm going to start, singing a sailor shanty as I walk back to the road.
I would like to have a conversation with Mason's character on the way back.
Okay, so what is it? I've a Vitor?
A probie?
A probie?
No, Uncle's character.
Oh, yeah.
A Vito.
Mm-hmm.
You won't hear this conversation. So go ahead, Krim.
Mason, as you and I are walking back, I've got the boar tusk draped over my shoulder. I'm just going to look at you and be like, I severely underestimated you, and I apologize for that.
He kind of chuckles to himself as he's walking.
I'm gonna be like, you are like an angry porcupine, and it is amazing to watch you work. I hope we get to do this again.
He holds up his hand, and you'll see like a tiny form of his echo. Just kind of made out of water. Like water you didn't even know was there. That's how he gets his echo.
Okay.
My people hold many secrets.
Tell me during this whole conversation you are soaked head to toe in blood.
Oh yeah, I haven't cleaned myself. Are you kidding me?
Fuck yes. I'm just gonna be like, this is unreal. This is bizarre to look at you like this. You are drenched in that boar blood. My lord.
You forget, like he was basically clawing and biting, so it's focused on head and arms.
God.
Yeah,
Be
but
like,
you did that how many times?
Several.
I'm just gonna say to you, Opprobium, and be like, I'm glad we're on the same side. It was
Unfortunately, not all see that.
well, I do, and it was a pleasure to watch you work. I hope to get to see this again. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Just I'll pull out the bag of food that I had and I'll offer some of it to you, like popcorn. You want some?
He'll deny it by like rubbing his belly and like shaking his head. You forget he had his meal.
Fair enough, and I'm gonna eat some of it on the way back.
So Avito at this point has caught up.
You're going to hear me catching up by singing "What Do You Do with a Drunken Sailor," and I'm going to have a bottle of alcohol, and I'm just going to be drinking out of it every little every so often.
Give me a strength check there, buddy.
Me?
Yes.
Are you talking about how he's getting drunk?
Nope. All right. So you still have all 4 tusks.
Yeah.
So I imagine the way he was holding him, he was holding 4 tusks under one arm with a bottle of alcohol in the other one. And if he failed his strength save, I was going to make him drop one.
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't be that dumb. I'd have tossed the tusks in the back.
look at Avito and be like, are all those tusks necessary?
I'm going to look at him, and they would actually be sticking out of the top of my flap of my backpack, and I'd look at him and say, "No, but they do make for a good story."
So does this, and I'm gonna flap the hide.
Yeah.
So you guys make your long walk back to the, well, it's only a mile, but I mean, it's long enough after having to deal with 4 giant boars. You've gotten a couple of weird looks from travelers who are walking in the same direction, and even weirder looks from travelers leaving. As you get up to the gates, of the guards look at you guys and go, "So you found them?"
I'm going to look at the guard and say,
Roundabout.
Amazing. The road will be a little safer from now on. I hope you guys are paid well. And he'll motion to open up the doors. And the doors open.
I'm going back to the guild house.
Is the rest of you guys following?
Yeah. There's a bar there. Why not?
All right. You guys get to the doors of the Coldlight Guild and you walk in. Everybody give me a perception check really quick.
I'm getting there.
Okay, I'll let 10 fly. So, Aprobi and Krim, you both notice this when you walk in. The stained glass window to your right, the giant stained glass window to your right, has now shifted in its imagery. So you look at it and you notice that there seems to be silhouettes of you guys fighting a giant boar.
I'm gonna nudge a Proby and be like, taking the boar by the horns. Huh?
Minus 2 XP.
Awful.
Come on.
All right. So Vito doesn't notice this at all. He seems to be heading straight for the bar.
Yep, collect my reward and refill my bottle.
And a Proby, Krim?
Yeah, we got that boar skin. I'm gonna go up to the bar and just drape it over.
I'm just gonna get my reward and go because I kind of have to get back to the water.
Felix notices all three of you and says, "You guys did it. I had no doubt. We all watched from here." And he motions towards the stained glass window.
I'll take a glance over, and when I notice it, I'm gonna say, "That's a nice trick. Not sure you got my eyes right, but it's a nice trick."
And never quite captures everybody's likeness, but it does the job. It tells the stained glass window here tells the story of all of our guild members who happen to be wearing the rings. If you have completed a job, it shows it there. And you notice that there's not just your guys's; it's kind of sectioned off, and there's others that have happened. A, shing, bleh. A ship has been captured, and a town has been saved by other guild members and stuff like that.
Uh, when I see the ship that's been captured, I'm gonna straighten up and look. Can I see the flag that's flying on the ship?
No, it just appears to be a just a black square.
Does the ship look like the one that sank mine?
It does not.
That, that I'm just gonna kind of shake my head a couple times and then sit back down on the bar stool.
Felix asks you guys. So how was it?
It was enlightening, to say the least.
I'm gonna reach into the pack, pull out that heart that I have. I'm gonna take a bite out of it. And I'll say, "It's free dinner. Where's the drinks?"
He's gonna look at you and say, "Would you like that cooked?"
I'm gonna pull out a rump roast, and I'm say, "No, but you can cook this one."
He'll motion to the Eric Crocker girl to come back over, and he'll whisper something into her ear, and she'll grab the rump roast and head down a set of steps right behind the bar. And he looks over at you and says, "It'll be back in a minute." And he pulls out 3 pouches of gold, and he places them each in front of you, and you all get 15 gold.
Nice.
Does he take the hide?
He does take the hide.
All right.
He looks at the tusks in your quiver, though, and he says, "Are you keeping those?"
I'm gonna look at him and say, "Are they worth anything?"
Not much, but they would make great decorations.
I'll throw them onto the bar top.
Wonderful. He does toss you a couple silver. He'll toss you 4 silver for each horn.
Okay.
And he takes them and he puts them back behind the bar. And he says, "You'll need to complete one more job before we can send you further on."
Okay.
Board.
And as you guys step to look at the board, we will call it there.